welcome to episode 82 of Movies and Us. I'm PJ.
And I'm Marcus.
And this is the review show that reviews genre movies from the beginning sometimes. And today we are going into the 2000 and what year are we in? 2012
Yes.
release of the animated movie Justice League Doom. It was directed by Lauren Montgomery, written by Dwayne McDuffie, who died. This was his last thing that he ever wrote. So,
Yeah, you brought this up last time with this guy. I forgot about that.
yeah.
So he wrote something else we watched.
Can I continue, or
Oh, yeah, you're good. I just remember bringing him up last time. That's all.
Produced by Lauren Montgomery, starring Kevin Conroy. Still sad about that. Cancer sucks. So
What's the cancer?
yeah.
Makes sense.
So starring Kevin Conroy, Ken Daly, Susan Eisenberg.
Oh, hold on. Were you truly upset about that?
Yeah, it's a sad thing for me.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. It seems like you would be like, I feel like you'd be like nonchalant to that.
No, I grew up with him as Batman.
Okay. Well, you're a Batman fanboy, so that's fair.
Like, he's the best Batman.
Was the best Batman.
True, was.
Now, who takes his place now? Like, who's the current best Batman that we have?
But to be fair, still is the best Batman. No one's passed him yet.
I don't think anyone will for a while.
Who's the best Batman currently alive?
Yeah, like, who's the best one now? Is it Batfleck?
No. The voice actor who did the Batman is pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But I'm either gonna probably go with Keaton.
Nah.
Yeah, it's got to be Keaton or
Val Kilmer. He's still alive. I'll take that for now.
We hated that movie.
I liked him as Batman. Remember, I thought Michael Keaton was overrated, and I still believe that.
It's either Keaton or actually, I think Affleck's up there too. But honestly, new guy is pretty good too.
What new guy?
Newest Batman.
Who's the newest Batman?
Pattinson,
Pattinson.
yeah.
Yeah. So what Batman are we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's pretty good too.
That's fair. He's good. He is good.
So, but Kevin Conroy always.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah. So Kevin Conroy, Tim Daly, Susan Eisenberg, Nathan Fillion. That's a big name.
No, you're not wrong.
Carl Lumbly. Michael Rosenbaum, who was Lex Luthor in Smallville. Bumper Robinson. That's not a real name.
You don't think so? You don't think someone names their kid
Okay,
Robinson?
That makes sense. His real name's Larry C. Robinson, but it's Larry C. Bumper Robinson II.
Yeah.
Hover over it. Okay, Bumper is a nickname. Gotcha. Carlos. Ooh.
Alazraki.
Alazraki. D. Bradley Baker. Claudia Black.
Why you gotta emphasize it like that, TJ?
Because she's a white woman with blonde hair.
Why
I don't know. I didn't realize I did it.
You're like Claudia Black? Ugh. It sounded like you had the stain in your voice with that. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I hate that 50s looking old woman with blonde hair, white woman with blonde hair.
Okay, so the next person's name then.
Paul Blackthorne.
Okay, you said that normally. Must have been a female thing.
Olivia Diobo.
That's a great name. Oh, didn't she die? Because some of the names come up and I right clicked on them. Oh, she's alive. Okay.
She was apparently in the Wonder Years.
That's it. So I looked at the name.
Gray Delisle? Lizzo? Not sure about that one.
Delisle sounds right? Because it looks like Isle, so Delisle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Alexis Downs-Off, who was in Buffy and Angel. Robert Atkins Downs. Brian George.
He is from, I'm pretty sure he's in Seinfeld, yeah.
Brian George.
He owned the Pakistani restaurant.
Right.
He wasn't the soup Nazi, but another character.
Right. Danny Jacobs, David Kaufman, Juliette Landau, who was also in Buffy and Angel, Jim Meskimen, Phil Morris, who was in both Smallville and Doom Patrol, Andrea Romano, and then Bruce Timm, as usual. He's in all of these.
Of course he is.
Well, he created a lot of the animated stuff.
He has to be in all of it.
Yeah. So anyway,
sounds pretentious to me.
Yeah, there's not really any behind the scenes stuff. Like we said, the writer of this died before the movie came out, so it's dedicated to him. But other than that, that's it. It also made $7,500,888. So
in home sales, it was not released.
Yeah, well, it's a directed and the DVD movie or Blu-ray movie, as does all of these. I didn't think that needed to be explained.
Well, some of these do get released for a limited time in theaters.
There's been like 2.
Yeah, so I think we got to mention that to the audience. Like, hey, this was not mentioned. This was
We've
not
never
released.
mentioned it before.
Well, you know, it's just saying it made $7 million. People may think, this was in the theaters? I didn't see it in theaters.
I didn't say it theaters. I said it made.
Yeah, it made. So that alludes to, we're talking about a movie that made money. We're going to allude that. We always do the box office. And like, oh, it must have been released. So I think you have to differentiate that to the people.
Differentiate.
Yeah, whatever the word is. Anyway, it's talking about money. So that means, oh, God, it did not make box office lists, obviously.
Yeah, released in theaters.
Exactly. I will say that the top box office, again this year, for the 15th time straight, made $1.5 billion. So there's that. Last time we did, top 100 probably?
No.
I don't remember what we did last time.
Do 100 to 90.
Sure. At number 100, it's a 2012 3D release, Beauty and the Beast.
Wait, yeah, the Disney one?
I mean, it's always Disney, isn't it?
No.
Really. It's not. Yeah, it's the cartoon one.
Oh, the original 1989 one?
It looks like that's what the cover art looks like. I can't really click and see. Because the one with Harry Potter girl.
Wait, so it's live action?
No. I have no idea. Let me see when the Harry Potter girl came out. Beauty and...
The one with Hermione is
2017.
Is live action.
That one came out 2017.
Yeah,
so
it's animated.
Yes, animated. Yes.
So it's the animated Disney one.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't think it's the 1941 that's black and white?
You wouldn't believe how many Beauty and the Beast adaptations there are.
I know there's a whole lot. Trust me, I know. Don't know why.
That's why I'm asking you to differentiate which one it is.
And number 99 is Medea's Witness Protection. Because who asked for that?
God, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Neither did I. Number 98, The Secret of the Gods.
No idea what that is.
It sounds animated. I'm clicking on it, and it looks like it is no picture. So who knows? Number 97, Moonrise Kingdom.
No idea.
It's really low. It's an Anderson, Wes Anderson movie. It's really good. Number 96, The Watch. I think that stars Ben Stiller.
No idea what that is either.
It's a bad movie. It's not good. At number 95, Anna Karenina.
Okay.
No, Karenina. I can never say that last night.
No idea.
It's like one of the tellings of that book's.
I don't know what the book is either.
Really?
Nope, never heard of it.
Well, you're supposed to be a writer. Number 94, the 2012 3D release of Finding Nemo.
That's the animated one, right?
Yes. Why so many 3D releases? We'll come to tell you later, guys, when we get to the top 5 next week. At number 93.
This is when 3D came back.
For all the wrong reasons. At 93, The Cabin in the Woods.
Wait.
Yes.
Josh Whedon?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did see that one.
I figured you did. It's a horror movie. It just makes fun, but like, there's a genre on his head. At number 92, Bayside Shakedown, the final.
I do always get that one confused with the other one, the Eli Roth one.
Oh, Cabin
Fever?
Yes, Cabin Fever.
Yeah, I get those two confused all the time.
That one did not age well at all. 91.
What was 92?
Bayside Shakedown, the final.
I don't know what that is.
It looks like a foreign film. Yeah, Japanese or Chinese. One of those. Asia Pacific. At number 91, Here Comes the Boom.
No idea what that is.
No, that's a comedy, quote unquote comedy. And number 90, To Rome with Love.
No idea what that is either.
No idea either. Must be like a romantic comedy. Who knows? And that's 100 to 90, TJ.
Okay. Good job, Mark.
Good job. Well, I guess the top 5 doesn't have the movie. So I guess 2010, no.
Oh, right. We're in a new list, aren't we?
Yes, I guess. We talked about last year with, was the one we watched last week that I didn't like. They gave it a 1. Ghost Rider.
Yeah. But yeah, this is technically a new year.
Yeah. So what came out that made the 3D big again? Not
Evan and Avatar?
That's the word. Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah,
that's why 3D.
Stupid Avatar that should be where it is.
Well, visually it should, because it's a very technically beautiful movie.
Yeah, but visuals isn't what makes a movie.
Yeah, technically SDJ is the cinema, moving pictures. That's what movies are.
Yeah, but a visual movie doesn't hold up without a story.
And it has a story.
Yeah, it's Ferngully.
Yeah, it's Pocahontas. We've seen the story 1,000 times.
It's garbage.
It's a story that's solid enough to stand the test of time. It's great visuals.
It's not a story that deserves to be the number 1 best-selling movie of all time.
Watch the movie first before you can criticize it.
I don't need to see the movie.
Yeah, you don't need to. I'm not going to see the new one. As much as I want to see the new one, just because I want to see how better the technology's gotten, I'm not sitting 3.5 hours for a movie. There's no way.
That movie is so dull, and I know it is.
It is. But it's pretty enough to keep your attention.
No, I'm not a visual guy. I will be bored out of my mind.
That's totally fine. At least as long as you can admit that and be honest, I'm fine with that.
I've always admitted.
I know.
I am not a visual guy. I am very much a story guy, and the story is garbage.
It's not garbage.
It's
a solid story. It's just redone. It's been done at that, so like you get bored of it. But like, if it's the first time seeing that story, and if that's the first movie you see of that story, you be like, "This is a great movie." No wonder it won.
I don't think so. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I don't think it would be.
I'm saying for a first time viewer of stories, if they never saw anything else,
I'm just
saying
that's
the first one they saw. Like, this is amazing.
I don't think it would.
I think they would be.
I don't think it holds up as well as you think it does.
It doesn't. Story. I'll be honest. It doesn't. The story and the characters
think the visuals
are
hold up as well as you think it does.
It does. It really does. It's a great visual movie. Why are we arguing this? Like, because you haven't seen it, so why even want to argue this? Yeah. But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
We're talking about Doom. Oh, we're so far away.
Justice League Doom. Anyway, so yeah, Justice League Doom. Anything else before I dive into this?
No, I'm just looking at the box office before Avatar came out. Like, Dark Knight made $1 billion.
Yeah, I know. Didn't deserve that either.
What?
That didn't deserve it either.
Like, at the time, I guess people were in the hype. People were into it because it's like it's a good superhero movie. I guess different time period. I guess hindsight. I think if you were to release Avatar, the first one now, I don't think it would make.
No,
maybe I don't think. No, I just don't think so. Because again, your story argument's not wrong. I cannot argue truly against that. Like, the story is just such a bland, non-challenging thought process of a movie. God, this is boring. So boring. I don't want to watch it, TJ.
All right, we got to get to this movie eventually.
Yes. Let's do it.
But before that, I got trailers. I got a trailer from the garbage video game Gotham City Imposters.
Oh my god, I love that game.
You don't even play video games.
I played that when it came out. Oh my god, TJ, you think it's garbage?
You don't even know what it is.
Have you played it?
No, but I know what it is. I know what it's the reason why I didn't play it is why I know what it is.
That's fair.
We got a trailer for Year One Batman. We talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Probably.
Got a trailer for the Green Lantern animated series on Cartoon Network. And I also had 2 Justice League cartoons with this Blu-ray. So
how were they?
It was Wild Cards 1 and 2. I mean, they're fine. It was the Joker story. He employed the Royal Flush Gang and the Justice League had to stop him. But yeah, that's it for that.
Okay.
All right. This movie.
It's a movie.
I guess I should start with talking about the differences between this and the actual story.
Yes.
That it's based off of Tower of Babel. So, for some reason, they changed the main villain.
Who was the main villain?
Ra's al Ghul. I don't know why they changed it from Ra's al Ghul to Vandal Savage.
Maybe studio notes, because they released this before Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight. No, I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I have no idea why they changed it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Vandal Savage is just as formidable as Ra's al Ghul, but no one knows who Vandal Savage is.
Exactly. You have to explain. They've spent a couple minutes of this movie explaining, yes, I'm this person.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I know who Vandal Savage is. Yeah. That's because I read DC Comics, but like, as a regular viewer, I'd be like, who the frick is Vandal Savage?
And you think Ra's al Ghul would, I call it Ra's al Ghul. You think he would have helped sell it more because of Batman Begins?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was just a weird choice. Also, in the original story, it was just Ra's and his League of Assassins. There wasn't other supervillains doing the things.
Okay.
So he just had his assassins, like the story is still the same. He goes in, he steals Batman's files.
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it. Goes in, steals Batman's files to find out the weaknesses of the Justice League. And then he uses his assassins to one by one take them down. Okay, I just don't know why they changed that. I mean, I get why they brought in, villains, because it's a movie, and they're like, oh, look at this villain and this villain.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that part, but the whole Vandal Savage thing makes no sense. But whatever, because they can. I guess because Ra's is a Batman villain, they already have a Batman villain.
Maybe. I don't like either way of the storyline. I do like that Batman has contingency plans against everyone. I like that. Of course, he's paranoid. He's genius. I just don't know how I feel about the assassins doing it or these people in this movie doing it. I think I'm indifferent either way.
Well, they do employ different tactics in the comic than they do in this movie.
Okay, so I just did not care for. I felt just felt childish and gimmicky. I guess I don't know. It just felt.
Anyway, let's go into it, and I'll discuss more differences as we go along. So we open up with hacking credits.
Weird,
and they go on for a long time.
Yes.
I don't know why they go on for so long, but they do. And then we open up with Batman coming along on a crime scene, and the Royal Flush Gang is robbing a bank. Is it a bank?
Who's the Royal Flush Gang, TJ?
Oh, before that, is it a bank that they were robbing? Because weren't they stealing diamonds or some shit?
Yeah, some kind of diamonds for whatever reason.
Okay, so the Royal Flush Gang. I don't think we've ever talked about the Royal Flush Gang, have we?
That's why I'm asking. People are not going to know who the that is.
The Royal Flush Gang is card theme villains. They are a Justice League. They debuted in Justice League. They are Justice League villains because they're a group. So Justice League needs a group to fight, a lower level group, other than the giant threats and stuff that they normally do. And they're pretty much just thieves. Honestly, they're more well known in Batman Beyond.
Okay,
because the Royal Flush Gang.
Maybe that's where we talked about them before. Because I know I talked about them before somewhere.
Maybe it might have been they might have been in that movie,
Yeah.
but the Royal Flush Gang isn't really a set group. There's been various versions of them over the years. So, like I said, there's some of them. There's a version of them that exists in Batman Beyond. So, yeah, but they're just card themed supervillains that steal stuff. Essentially, I mean, this is one of those instances where you say comic books.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like in world, why would you ever want to dress up like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy dressed up like a bat. So
I get his motivation. I get that. As much as I hate Batman, I get that. What's the motivation? Like, I'll be the jester, you be the queen, not you be the king. Like, what's why?
Why does the Joker dress up like a clown?
Whoever his does he ever explain why he's that?
No.
Okay. I just feel like this is really super outlandish. Because at least the Joker does jokery, pranky things. What are these guys doing that's f***ing Royal Flush theme, TJ?
They're gambling.
Are they?
They're robbing a bank. That's gambling.
TJ, I don't know. It's really dumb.
Just saying, it's no.
Do they throw cards around?
Do they? No, I think they have. I think they have staffs.
Yeah, so it's like, why are you guys this? Just give me some kind of logic. That's all. Some kind of.
It's like a hierarchy. Like you're the queen, king. You're the leader.
Okay, call me the royal family. Don't have to call. Why add the flush? Why add the poker shit to it?
For Flash.
What?
For Flash. For style. To set them apart.
Why?
To set them apart from the other villains.
I would be set apart. So like, I'll just rob a bank. How about that?
Yeah, but these are comic book villains.
I know. It's just I don't like comic books, man. I'm growing more and more away from this shit.
Anyway. So yeah, Batman. So the Royal Flush Gang has this insubstantiality. What is the word? Machine. Insubstantial.
This machine.
Yeah, this machine that makes things go. You can go walk through walls with it and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So it makes you insubstantial. I think is the word. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember. Anyway, so these guys are robbing this diamond exchange and something. Batman shows up and he gets in a fight for a little bit, gets a little beat up. Justice League show up. It's another fight.
Yep.
And then they beat up the Royal Flush Gang. And then, hey, look, Cyborg's here. For some reason. I don't know why Cyborg's in this movie either.
Because he's got to be the one to help do things later on.
Yeah, I know, but there's no reason it needed to be Cyborg.
Because he's smart.
It's just a weird added addition. It's almost...
Maybe the show had reasons why he's being introduced.
The show?
Wasn't there a JLA at the time?
No, the Justice League show ended like 10 years before this movie came out.
Who knows? Just world building, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they added Cyborg. It's just a weird addition.
I thought there was some kind of continuity they were doing with something else, but who knows?
This is even before like the reboot happened where Cyborg was a part of the Justice League. So I don't know what the deal is, why he's here. Anyway, but he's here. They capture the Royal Flush Gang with their silly machine, and that's that. They're trying to figure out what happens. So after the fight, Batman goes home to the Batcave. He gets in a fight with Alfred.
A fist fight?
No, a verbal fight. Where Alfred's just like very sarcastic and funny. And so he makes Bruce like eat and sleep and stuff. And then while he's leaving, Mirror Master comes through Bruce, the Batmobile's rear view mirror, and goes across the Batcave and hacks the Bat computer. This is bullshit.
Yeah. Whenever I see any kind of Batman technology being f***ed with in any movie, I'm like, don't know about that.
Like, even in the comic, they don't even show you how Ra's al Ghul like hacked into the Bat computer.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not even messing with this.
Yes.
He just did it. So,
which I think see shit like that is why like they try to make Batman so godly and paranoid and prepared and like unpenetrable. So to see him get penetrated like that, well, phrasing, to see him get like infiltrated like this just seems like bullshit.
It does. It feels really cheap in a way.
So it's like, what's a smart way to infiltrate Batman without him ever knowing?
Make a hologram of yourself What?
See, it's like that's just like I don't know.
Like the Mirror Master's in some kind of hard light hologram form.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think that's ever been any of his powers, but okay. But whatever. So he hacks the back computer. Yeah, and then we cut over to Bane in the swamp for some reason, and he fights an alligator, and then we get introduced to the rest of the class. You know, each person's villain. We get Bane, Star Sapphire,
Who's the villain of?
Green Lantern. She's actual Carol Farris.
Yes.
Hal Jordan's love interest. It's a thing in the Green Lantern comics. She turns evil for a while. Blah blah blah. Metallo, who's a Superman villain. If you don't know who he is, he's got a kryptonite heart and stuff like that. He's a human, John Corbin. This name.
Oh, the green guy, probably.
Yeah. Let's see. Like Alefa, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah. Bizarro, Martian Manhunter. That's it.
Well, no, he's John Jones, the Martian Manhunter's twin brother.
Yeah.
So, which is an actual thing. I don't know. He's. I mean, he is a Martian Manhunter villain, I guess, but it's such. You're really pulling for villains for someone to go against Martian Manhunter with this one.
I was thinking that.
It's like, you guys should have just stuck with, the Royal Flush Gang. Let's have them do it.
Yeah, because later on, because A, why does he care about money? B, later on when Vandal Savage says, yeah, I'm going to kill half the world. So you kind of with me. Why would Martian Manhunter's brother care? He could go back to Mars.
Well, he can't.
Why not?
Mars is a desolate wasteland at this point. It's either a desolate wasteland or it's overrun by white Martians who kill green Martians.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess. Okay, but I still think he's like, I don't think he would care. I know I wouldn't care. He's like, okay, destroy half the planet. I'll live on the other half, whatever. Fucking alien.
Well, he does. He agrees.
I know, but like, I don't know.
Anyway, after the Martian, we also got Cheetah for Wonder Woman, and also Mirror Master's a Flash villain, just so you know. It's weird that they chose him, though. Like, I know why they chose him for his powers,
yeah,
but he's like...
not an A tier.
Well, he's part of the Rogues Gallery, which is led by Captain Cold. He's like even D-list among them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I get it. They're like, oh, we need someone to get in the Batcave, and this is how we're going to do it. I don't know. It feels stupid. Anyway, we go into the middle of a swamp, and then... what's it called? Why am I blanking on the name of it?
Legion of Doom?
Yeah, but what's it called? The headquarters.
Good time.
If you ever watched the Super Friends from the 1970s, maybe it's called the Hall of Doom or something like that.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, it pretty much rises out of the swamp. It's a ripoff of it. It's the Legion of Doom headquarters, which also, and inside Vandal Savage. He runs Legion of Doom since when? It's always been like Lex Luthor or something. Why even put the Legion of Doom in this? This is stupid.
I had an eye roll when it happened. Like, why, of course?
Like, all right, so he comes in and says, I'll give you $1 billion or whatever to kill the Justice League so I can enact my next part of my plan.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it.
Yes.
And they're like, okay, we'll do it. And so I'm going to say the whole middle of the movie
Yep.
is the Justice League being attacked in various ways.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I complain off screen. Like, I feel they had to stretch this movie out to an hour, TJ, because the whole middle is just... They could have yada yada over this in any other average story, but for this one, for some reason, they had to show 10 to 15 minutes of each character fighting and struggling. Like, really?
Well, no, I don't mind that part of it. Like, that's fine. But, like, when they did it in the comic, Ra's al Ghul was also enacting his plan at the same time. I mean, his plan was stupid. Don't get me wrong. Like, his plan was to create a wavelength so that it disrupts the communication center and everyone's brain so no one can speak to each other or communicate in any way.
Why? Who cares? Why?
So he can rule the world.
But, like, I mean, that's dumb.
So he can, like, he had some plan to reduce the population too.
No, hold on. So you're saying, so no one can speak to each other.
That's why, hold on. That's why it's called the Tower of Babel, because they only can speak Babel.
TJ, that makes no sense. So no one can speak to each other, so they can't communicate, right?
Yes.
As if sign language and other means of communication, writing down your thoughts.
You can't write anything down there. No language can be processed. So
no language.
You can't read. You can't speak. No one can understand each other.
I can't point at something like you can't do shit like that.
You can point at things, sure.
I don't know. It sounds stupid as shit. You do?
I'm just trying to read.
Okay.
Doesn't really say it, and Wikipedia. I was going to give you like an exact. All right, so yeah, second phase of his attack was scrambling not only the written word but the spoken word as well.
So sign language. We still do sign language.
Yes, similar to stories related to about the Tower of Babel. Apparently,
that's dumb.
So apparently the tower, that's a thing in the Bible.
That's really stupid. Is it just me or is that really stupid?
No, it was. I said it was a really stupid plan. Did you not hear me?
No, I heard you, but it's like no one thought that through. It just sounds really dumb. It sounds again convoluted and stupid. Anyway, I don't care. Continue.
Because the story is not about the overall plan. It's about
the
Batman.
Twist. It's about the twist. Yeah. I get it. This is why this is not a good story. Because to me, this is a bad story, TJ. Like, you have a great twist idea and a great thing what Batman's doing. That's great. How can we make a whole movie, a story, or arc out of it?
See, that's not really the point of the story, though, in the comics. Sure, Ra's just doing all this thing, but it's pretty much to put a distrust between Batman and the rest of the Justice League.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but I just think the other main thing is pointless.
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's comic books.
Yeah, it's just like they had a great idea with the Batman not trusting anyone, and I think it gets muddled with the other shit.
Because I think they thought they needed some grand plan from the bad guys so that to justify this kind of extent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I just don't think it succeeded on either front.
No.
But anyway, so so the middle of this movie is pretty much cutting back and forth between each member of the Justice League as something befalls them.
Yes.
Bruce is getting his ass kicked by Bane.
Yep.
This isn't because Batman doesn't have a weakness because it's his files. His justification is his plan if he ever went banned is the Justice League. Which makes sense because he's just a person. And they're all superpower.
Nah, don't like that. That's bullshit. Because I do truly think there's hubris in that because he's Batman. We all know it's Batman. And Batman's written in such a way like he just did that. He outsmarted like having all their shit secretly. Like I think if he were to go bad, he could easily handle the Justice League on his own.
I don't think he could.
So I think.
See, that's where we disagree. That's where the Batman God complex comes in, and where people Mary Sue Batman too much.
Yes.
If you take Batman as he is in his purest form, he could not take the Justice League.
He could. He really could.
No, he couldn't. He really couldn't.
Why not?
He really couldn't because he'd be taken down in 3 seconds.
Yeah, just for the fact he couldn't do it face to face. He's not that dumb. He's not dumb, so he would know how to do it properly. He would know how to. Okay, let me get all the shit I did. Like what he did here. What happened? Like the guys here. I can just do it again. I know all the weaknesses. I know the personality, who they are. I know how to get to them. I know how to just not get caught by them. I'm Batman.
Yeah, but the Justice League also know who he is.
Yes.
So they could do the same thing. He might be smarter than all of them individually, but together as a group, he wouldn't be able to take them down.
Ozymandias from Watchmen, right? Remember how at the last arc when he's telling everybody his grand plan and like, we'll stop you. Like, too late. I already started like 30 minutes ago. It's already done. That's how he would do it. He'd be like, yeah, I went bad, guys. Isn't that crazy? We can stop you, Bruce. You can, but I already started with you guys not to stop me a week ago. Well, you guys even knowing.
Here's the problem with that.
I don't think, I think he's
Here's the problem with that.
Yeah.
You're taking this too literally because that's what a real life Bruce Wayne would do.
That's exactly.
Because people in real life aren't as comic booky as him, but within the comic books, he would be stopped.
I don't think so. He'd be stopped because he has to get stopped. That's why he would get stopped. They would find some bullshit way.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. There would never be a real life Bruce Wayne. There's no one that smart.
Obviously.
So you can't even take that into account.
Yes, you can.
You have to take into account comic book rules.
Yes, I am. I'm going by their dumb logic.
And by their dumb logic, there's a person like Ozymandias doesn't exist in this world. I know,
but Batman exists in this world. He had the idea of having a lead-laced gun, a kryptonite bullet in it.
That wasn't creative.
Or whatever he does in the dumb.
I mean, Lex Luthor does that all the time.
I know, but he knows how.
He
knows how easy it is to get the Superman if we really need to, and he knows Superman's his biggest threat. You have to mobilize Superman. Don't even kill him, but just maim him or slow him down.
Superman, it really isn't his biggest threat, though.
Other guys, and who would be his biggest threat? Flash,
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because she is Superman without the weaknesses.
He does it. He does what he did with her, like the neuralized
I
things.
hate it. I think that's so stupid.
It is.
That is. It wouldn't work.
I know. Trust me, I know. Like you think she would understand? Oh, there's 20 Sheer or
Right.
whatever.
See,
I'm not going to fight them all.
Her weakness
It's the dumbest.
is the dumbest in both versions.
Yeah.
So like they couldn't figure out a way to neutralize Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
So Wonder Woman, I think, would be able to take Bruce down.
But you see, no, because now now you're implementing real world logic to it. If you're going by the dumb comic book rules,
no, I'm saying even within the dumb comic book rules, they bent the dumb comic book rules to take out Wonder Woman.
I don't know, because I think again, Batman being Batman,
because it goes against her character. She's not stupid. She would not see a bunch of cheetahs and say like, "Oh no, this is all cheetah.
Yeah.
I gotta fight them all." And
especially how they're acting towards her. Like,
I'll pull you here because one, she's fought against her before and knows how she fights.
See, and I thought the same thing watching it. Like, first off, these are their kids fighting you, and like, come on, you should know.
Yeah,
so you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's your mortal enemies. You know how to she throws a punch and have a fight.
Yeah. So all right. So let me go through this real quick.
I just truly think he should have a plan against himself. That's all.
That's what
I think
plan.
that's a bullshit thing. So I like if Batman were to go to evil, he could easily.
But you also have to take in consideration the Justice League isn't just this group.
That's true.
There are plenty of other heroes out in the world.
Okay, he's got contingency plans for everyone else. Then he doesn't just have it for these guys; he got it for everyone.
Maybe.
For sure he does. He's Batman. He's a paranoid bitch.
There's a lot of heroes.
I know. He's Batman with time, and he's got time and money.
I don't think he has time because he's going back and forth between solving crimes in Gotham and then working with the Justice League. I don't know where he has time.
It's comic book time. He's got time. But yeah, he's got a nice fancy computer. He's got money. He's got ways to like, oh, that's how I can stop so and so. Write it down my notebook, test it out. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I actually think you're overestimating Batman.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm not overestimating Batman. I'm like, I hate that. Like, I know how the writers would handle it. That's all.
You know how a Mary Sue writer would handle it. But an actual confident Batman writer would not write it that way.
I think they would.
No, there's actually a storyline right now going on in Batman.
So I hate covering Batman because we always have to argue about Batman.
Well, you know what's? It's funny.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, there is a storyline in Batman right now that is related to Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
And it addresses what you're complaining about.
Good. I hope it does it in a good way, too.
So apparently, Batman created this robot.
Of course, it's going to be a fucking robot.
Is him in every way. Like, has all of his skills and stuff. And it is designed to activate if Batman ever crossed the line and killed somebody. And the start of this new arc, Penguin dies. Not really, fakes his death. But Penguin supposedly dies, and then it's blamed on Batman. So the robot activates, and right now it's chasing down Batman. And it's kicking everyone's ass, even the Superman and everybody else. Yeah. So he does have a plan. It's himself.
That's so dumb.
In robot form.
I'll take it. I'll take that. As long as he has a true plan, it's like, oh, it's just you guys. Like, that's bullshit.
I think it's a good plan, though. You guys.
It's good when you first say it, but I think when you think about it, you know, if he were to go evil.
But that's my whole thing, though. People have always overpowered Batman. Yeah. It's just not true.
But no, it becomes true, though. If you overpower him consistently over enough, that's who he is now. For better or for worse, that's who this guy is now.
But that's not even true. It's true that it's if you do it over and over again, but the stories are not consistent one to another. It's just there's just various versions and people are combining all the different Batman together.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count.
I think it does.
It's not like you can't combine 7 canons and say the sum of this canon is what this is.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways. I don't want to have an argument about Batman for 100th time on this podcast.
Well, it's always a different argument.
Weirdly, it is. I don't know how.
It's not like we keep arguing the same points.
No, because there's always a different story somehow. I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. And you're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is.
Anyway, so Bane has...
how's Bane know who Batman is?
Vandal Savage knows who he was.
That's gotta be bad now, right? Because...
Yeah, this story makes no sense.
Yeah, because once you know who Batman is, everyone's gonna just be like, "Yeah, it's like there's no way after this from the storyline now, like Bruce Wayne's safe ever again."
Oh, by the way, this story, this movie is technically a sequel to Crisis on Two Earths,
Which one was that?
where they fought the evil versions of themselves.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, so yeah, Vandal Savage knows who Batman is, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Ra's al Ghul also knows who Batman is.
But no, the fact that Vandal Savage told Bane,
Yeah, I know.
and now Bane could tell anyone, which he probably
Yeah, I know.
will, and he knows where Bane, like he knows where he lives. Like, I've been to your house now, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's why this doesn't work with all the other supervillains.
Yeah.
Because now they know who the identities of all the other people.
Exactly. It's like they're all compromised.
Whereas what Ra's al Ghul knows who everybody, well, he knows who Bruce Wayne is, but he keeps it within his league.
Yes.
And because of his relationship with Bruce, trying to get him to become the head of the demon and stuff, it makes sense.
Yes. So why change? I don't know. Whatever.
Because of movie reasons, that's why.
You could have kept Ra's al Ghul and just like had him hire these people. Sure. No, you can't, because still he knows Batman. Like, unless he told Bane go after Batman, not knowing who Batman is, that's fine.
But here, that's the thing. Like here, Bane goes and steals the bodies of
the parents
of Bruce Wayne's parents. In the comics, the same thing happens, but Ra's al Ghul takes them and brings them back to
which that makes sense.
Back to his lair.
Yeah.
To keep Batman distracted so he doesn't realize that he's using his techniques to go after the rest of the Justice League.
Yes.
And then once Batman figures it out and gets there, he goes, but Ra's actually threatens to drop his parents into the Lazarus pit and bring them back to life.
Great.
And he's like, and Batman's like, I don't think I like that idea. So
why not? They should have done that. That's so much better. It's all everything you're just saying is so much better than this.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like,
I mean, but like I said, Ra's al Ghul's overall plan is stupid, but the first phase of it is pretty good.
Yes.
All right, and so Bane beats the crap out of Bruce.
We came into this project of ours thinking these movies be good. TJ, these animated ones be good.
Yeah, but I think we were thinking of
the good ones.
No, like I think next year starts like the continuity between the movies.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they actually like they do. Oh, so I guess they do MCU, but instead of they do it.
Yeah, they have their own. Yeah, they have their own animated DCU thing, and that's when the continuity starts. This is before all that started.
All this shit has been like mediocre so far,
and it's all standalone.
Yeah,
so it's like which
I don't mind, but it's like they're not strong standalones. So it's just like okay.
I mean, there was a couple, but
not enough to warrant me to watch these ever again.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so Bane beats the crap out of Bruce and buries him alive. Okay. Whatever. I guess that gets him out of the way.
Yeah. You think he would just kill him though? Like, why keep the man alive?
Yeah, he was paid to kill him.
Yeah, like that is just like okay. I'm trying to kill him. Like it's just fucking dumb.
I guess he wanted, like he said, he wanted to humiliate him. So whatever. Anyway, so Bruce is buried alive. Anyway,
like, come on, it's Bruce Wayne's Batman. Like like you just don't take any chances unless you like tie him up or something. Even then, like no, bro. I don't know.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of stretching.
Yes, there's a lot. I'm bitching too much about this movie. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, so Bruce gets buried alive. Then by the way, this happens across like 30 minutes, like cutting back and forth. So I'm kind of going through each character by themselves, but this is all interlaced together.
It's all the second act for the purpose part.
Right. Then it's John Jones's birthday in his human form, and on his birthday, this attractive woman buys him a drink. It's soda.
He's at a bar
because he's at a bar that apparently everyone knows him, and because it's an anime movie, he can't drink real beer, so because it's soda, he's on duty. He says whatever. Anyway, he drinks it, and he's like, and then the girl says, "Look at me with your Martian eyes," and it's his twin brother. Dun dun dun. And he was poisoned with magnesium, which when lighted makes him constantly on fire.
Yes, that's how the Martians' blood and cells react to that kind of shit.
Right. Yeah, and even in drowned in water, which makes no sense, he's still on fire.
It needs oxygen, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
Magic.
But the comics version of this is the same thing, almost, except it's not poison, it's nanites.
Okay.
And so when he's exposed to air, his skin lights on fire.
Makes sense.
That makes more sense. And when they put him in water, it puts the fire out. That's how they keep him on hold. Like, there's a whole section in the comics where, they're just trying to figure out how to stop everything.
Yes.
like trying to help everybody. They're like, Batman screwed us over. What do we fucking do?
I like that. I like that a lot.
And then Wonder Woman's fighting Cheetah, and like I said, we already discussed this one. This one's really lame. She cuts her and laces her with some kind of drug, and now every person she sees looks like Cheetah. The comic's not much better. It's also nanites injected into Wonder Woman's ear, but instead of her seeing things, she was placed into like a virtual reality where she's fighting someone who's just as strong as her, and it's the same thing. She's gonna fight until her heart gives out. So stupid.
Yeah. Like the virtual, like, I can expect the virtual reality thing. She actually thinks she's doing the thing, whereas this one is just like if she were to think for a second. It's like, oh yeah, this isn't her.
Yeah, I mean, but both are still stupid. It's like we got to get them out of the way.
Yes,
it's like I don't know. I just didn't like the Wonder Woman version of things.
Yeah, I feel like they had a great premise, like the Batman doing the thing, and it just got lazy with the rest of the ideas.
Yeah,
like Green Lanterns thing, I kind of get it. But it's like I don't know. I just feel like they're all just like
we'll get to that.
Very weak but long. Okay.
So we cut over to Flash. Mirror Master is taking people hostage. He took a grandma hostage and put her in a plastic box.
Death box.
That was. It felt dark, but it would only be dark if she was actually killed in that box. You know what I mean? It felt like it should be dark, but it just came off as comedic.
Yes.
Anyway, so he's like, "Aha! Here's my magic box. Can you disarm it?" And Flash disarms it, but then he gets a bomb like bolted to his arm. Like, did that go through his arm?
I get it went right through it. And I don't get he can't phase out and that won't like it'll still kill him. Like I don't believe that. I don't know his extent of phasing things out and how long he could do it for.
Well, that's how he gets rid of it. Well, okay, he can phase out of it.
Yeah,
apparently, but it's such a large explosive that it would destroy like the city or people.
If he were to go, okay, he would try. He goes somewhere far like he does. So you think he would have followed this? Like I think his is dumb too. I think they're all dumb.
Well, like so this bomb thing is stupid, but like my thing is I think the moment it releases from his arm it explodes.
Yes.
So even if he went somewhere isolated, the moment it comes off he would still blow up.
Well, he can phase. He phased through the thing, can't he? The fire that blows up, or would he actually like?
No, he wouldn't be because I don't think it works like that. I don't think he can consistently phase.
Oh, so you know what I mean? Why not though? Is it a molecule thing? Is it like just a limitation he has?
I think it's a molecule thing. I actually think if he phases too much, he might phase out of existence.
Okay, I mean that's not how it works in real life, anyways. But okay,
yeah, I know. But you know what I mean?
It's a weird limitation to put on the impossible thing to do, but sure.
But like, I just don't think it works that way. But like when he does it later, I'll get to the solutions later. Yeah. But like, I think it's because it's frozen. It put a delay on the explosion. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's how they got rid of that one.
Okay.
In the comics, it's different. They shoot him with a gun, and the bullet they use is it's called a vibra bullet, which constantly makes him vibrate so much that he's in constant pain the entire time. So much so that when they finally get him out of it, he thinks he's been in there for like days.
Well, okay, that's all. These aren't meant to kill these people. These are meant to maim, right? Whatever he says.
Well, Bruce says he created these ideas to just stop them.
Yes, but not to neutralize.
Not to kill. But he says Vandal Savage adjusted them to kill one.
Well, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem like it does, but.
You think Vandal Savage is so smart he would have made just beat Bruce Wayne to death? Like that's your...
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. Not go find him and shoot him in the face.
Alright. So now over to Green Lantern. Apparently a bunch of people took over a mine with hostages. He goes in there, he stops everybody, but the last guy blows the mine up with him and the girl, a girl inside that looks like Carol Ferris. And so he sees a version of Carol, I guess a ghost Carol, and she's like, "You're a failure." And he's like, "You're right, I don't deserve the ring," and he gives up being Green Lantern. So stupid.
I get it because he's got the fear toxin in him.
All right, so here's the thing: they use the Scarecrow's fear toxin. Why didn't he just use Scarecrow as the villain?
Right? It's because too much Batman shit, TJ. So I get they had a
but like replace Spain with Scarecrow.
Oh, stupid.
So this is a 2 for here too, the Green Lantern, because one, in the comics, they use the fear gas against Aquaman, who's not in this movie, not Green Lantern.
Yes.
So they use the fear gas on Aquaman, and Aquaman's afraid of water.
Wait,
so,
Aquaman.
So he can't go in the water, and he needs the water to stay alive. So it's slowly killing him. Not in that version of Aquaman, they did. Yes. That's so in like the 2000s, the water is pretty much the source of his power. If he's out of water for too long,
makes
like
sense.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's days though, not like minutes. You know what I mean? He's just got to be in water somewhere. But since he's afraid to go near water, it kind of neutralizes him. And since water is also the source of his power, essentially. Also, they switched the Green Lanterns.
Was it
It was Kyle Rayner. So it was the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. They replaced it with boring ass Hal Jordan again.
Weird.
And how they neutralized him is because he's an artist and like he creates things like that to use his constructs.
Yeah.
They I don't know I don't know how they managed to do this, but they put a subliminal message in his mind while he was sleeping to convince himself that he was blind so that the ring would make it so.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. So Green Lantern, so he's blind, so he can't really see how to do anything, and he can't really use his ring if he's blind because he's an artist.
I guess that's true, right?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
But at the same time, it sounds like bullshit.
Yeah. I'm trying to make logic versus these things. Like these are all dumb.
Yeah. All right. And then, all this stuff happens. And, I'll get to Superman in a bit because that's the dumbest one. But, eventually Cyborg saves Wonder Woman by hitting her with some kind of sonic ray. Batman tells Flash to go into an iceberg. Wonder Woman injects Martian Manhunter with a needle that counteracts the magnesium. Green Lantern, Batman says, Batman goes to Green Lantern and says, hey, it's not real. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's how that one's solved. And yeah, that's everybody but Superman. I also want to note, in the comics, Plastic Man is a part of the Justice League at this time.
Really?
And yeah, and they freeze him and smash him.
Jesus Christ.
They freeze him with nitroglycerin and smash him. That's how they take
They actually murder one of the guys.
They don't technically murder him because he's still Plastic Man and his power is killing lie, and Flash pretty much stitches them back together.
Nah, that's not how that works, for sure.
Yeah, but anyway, now we go to Superman. I'm just going to tell you how they took him out in this. In the comics, Batman created a red kryptonite, which pretty much overloads Superman's solar intake, which overloads all of his senses and stuff, pretty much turning everything that Superman has within on himself.
Makes sense.
Neutralizing them, like to the point where he's like in immense pain. In this version, they get someone, hey, look, that guy's gonna commit suicide. Go, Superman, you gotta go help him. And Superman goes, and it was a good moment if it was real. You know what I mean? Yeah. It would have been a good Superman moment, but no, it's just Metallo, and then Metallo shoots him with a kryptonite gun. Okay, whatever. And Superman, this is the climax? Is that what it is?
Is it?
Well, the moment in the movie where all the bad good guys are losing.
Oh fuck!
You know what I mean?
It's not the climax, but something.
But this is also kind of the climax of the movie.
I would say the climax is, I guess. Climax is Batman like figuring shit out. Like, I guess it's, I don't know.
Well, no, climax is the maximum impact of the movie,
all
like
is lost.
The high,
all is lost moment.
Yeah, the all is lost moment, like in every good versus evil story. Yeah. So, and then immediately after that, everyone's pretty much saved. So
yeah, it's like, oh, that was fun.
All right, so after all that, we cut back to the Legion of Doom, who are celebrating their victory. Then we go into Vandal Savage's backstory for some reason. No one cares. Nope. Like, just so you know, he was a caveman and a meteor crashed to Earth, and it gave him enhanced intelligence and, healing. Immortality, essentially. Which is pretty on cue for Vandal Savage's backstory, but no one cares. And he's ready to reveal the second part of his plan, to destroy half the world with a solar flare.
So he can rule for Iron Fist for the rest of the people to survive.
Yes. And he's offered to let the other people, the other villains, as like rule certain sections of the world that's still alive.
Yes.
This is a stupid plan.
Yeah, it's like that's why he did all this. That's why he had to get rid of Justice League, because they have their only threats to him. It's like, really?
Yep. And so after everyone's healed, they're like, okay, Vandal Savage is behind this, because of course if you hack the backup computer, there's contingencies. It tells you who hacked you and stuff. So
yeah, duh. So like,
yeah, you would think they would know that.
Yeah, it's just, I think that's common. It's like, don't touch his technology shit because you're gonna get tracked.
And so Justice League shows up at the Legion of Doom. There's a giant fight. Justice League beat up all their counterparts. Missile gets launched into space. Superman goes up and tries to stop it. Fails. Solar Flare is about to hit Earth. Green Lantern tries to stop it with its ring. The Justice League used the Legion of Doom headquarters because it's a giant insubstantiality machine from the beginning of the movie that you would have forgot about if you weren't paying attention, and they use it to turn the whole planet insubstantial so that the solar flare goes right through it. Okay,
That's gotta have
I'm
like
not even.
major, like terrible, like things that happen, right?
I was just like, this is so stupid
Yeah.
and silly. It's like, this makes no sense in any, like, I don't even think the solar flare would destroy half the world, but
No.
whatever. I'm
And
like,
how
okay.
strong will those like those be? Like what do you send? Like nuclear bombs, I guess, to it. Like how do you trigger that? Like what do you send?
Oh, he what was it? I can.
Because he sent like 20 of them. Superman destroyed most of them. I think Superman could let one or two go and it's fine. But it only took like one to really. It took one to make it happen. So you imagine if all those things would have hit, it would destroy the whole planet.
Yeah, it doesn't really say what it is, and I'm not.
Yeah, I don't care enough.
Yeah, but like it's the rocket's just there to trigger a solar flare.
It only took one little rocket to cause it. He sent like 20 of them. It would have easily destroyed the whole planet.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole plan is lame and stupid.
Yeah.
But it's unimportant in an overall scheme of things because the whole point is, Batman betrayed us, and they didn't play it up in the movie like they did in the comic. Like they were pissed the moment they found
should have
out.
been. I wish they would have followed that route of the story.
They're like, you freaking betrayed us.
That would have been
like
more interesting to see like them being felt betrayed, them having distrust in the community. That's a way more intriguing story than what we got out of this visual bullshit.
Anyway, back at the Watchtower, they tell us that Vandal Savage got life in prison, and that's supposed to be like a yay moment.
Like, they really think he's gonna stay in prison if he was like that's dumb.
Yeah, whatever. And anyway, so now Cyborg's a part of the Justice League, and they voted simultaneously to have it in. But now they're gonna vote to see if Batman can be in the Justice League. And I'm like, let's have Batman talk in this defense. He's like, I'm not defending myself. If you guys don't think that you guys, overpowered superheroes, don't deserve a contingency plan, you're stupid, and I don't want to be here anymore. Yep. And he just walks out on them. That was a good moment in this movie, actually, because he's not wrong.
No.
But like in the comics, it's a little different. Like they actually have Cyborg isn't in it, so there's no voting in of the Justice League. There's no feel good moment. It's all like everyone's all mad now. They're all deciding whether or not to keep Batman in, and they actually go through with a vote. And like,
I'd rather have that.
Wonder Woman and Aquaman are like, no, he's betrayed our trust. Where the newer members like, well, Batman kind of brought us in, and he's not kind of wrong about this. Maybe we should have this stuff. So it gets down to a tie, and it's up to Superman and whether or not to keep him or go. And
why would you pick Superman?
What?
How would they pick? Like, don't they know like he's buddy with Batman?
No, there's 7 people.
Oh, he's the only one that didn't.
He's the only one that didn't vote. It comes down to So he's like, it's down to Superman's choice, and he's like, well. And so Batman's in the other room at the time. He's not even in the same room. He's like in a separate room as they decided. And Superman walks into the room and he says, Batman already knows my choice. He knows me so well. He already knows my choice. And he's not there because Superman votes him out.
Oh, okay.
And he gets expelled. And Batman gets expelled from the Justice League.
I like that.
Whereas in this, they're like, it's Batman's choice. What? Yeah. Batman decided you guys are just stupid. We're not staying here. Because this movie's stupid, and it still ends on a happy note. It's like Superman's like, yeah, Batman, you're right. We need to be reined in here. Here's the kryptonite bullet just in case I go rogue.
See, I feel like the yada yada, like they do all this, but it's like so yada yada over because they spent so much time with the stupid fights.
Yeah, but like
it just felt like it glossed over.
It's like they combine storylines. Like Superman does give Batman a kryptonite to take him down at certain points because he trusts Batman. But they just threw that in here because they want Batman to be right about everything here. And it's just like, this doesn't work because this is not the story.
No. Even the story they gave us just doesn't work. Like I'm judging it off of what I saw, not what like you're telling me from the other stuff. I just didn't care for this.
Like I said, the comic story is a little ridiculous too. Yeah. But it's better than this story. Mm-hmm. And it's, as we complain about the story, the movie ends with in memory of the writer of the story. So the end. That was Justice League Doom.
Yay. So that's a movie. How'd you feel about it, TJ?
I came out of it like meh.
Yeah.
It was okay for what it was.
Same, but then as we talked about it, I was like, Like, I'm not watching this. I can't recommend this anymore.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not a particularly good movie.
Like,
I wouldn't say it's the worst movie either, though.
it's not, but like for an hour, it does give you a lot of things not to be happy with.
Yeah, it's just kind of banal overall. It's not really insulting or anything. It's just like it's a little boring, but like I don't know.
And it shouldn't be boring either. Like you think that's I don't know.
I don't know. It's just like it's just the way that they're taking on the Justice League. Like if they had like each character in some kind of peril as Superman was shot and fallen, it would feel more. But like Green Lantern's just sat on the ground, and Wonder Woman's fighting cheetahs.
John's
it just doesn't
fire underwater. Sure, it's like okay.
Yeah, I mean that one at least is. Like John's in trouble, you know what I mean?
He's crying out for help. Can't be helped. Yeah. It's just like when Batman figures out while he's like, "Oh, you can't do this because you'll blow up, right?" Like, how'd you know this? And then he finally says, "You guys are being attacked by me." That happens, and I feel like they just rush over that, and you don't, like you say, you don't see them like get angry and be like, what?
"Yeah," and that's the point of the story. Like, that's the first part of like this was a story arc in the comics, but like. This story where because Batman eventually does come back to Justice League.
Of course.
Like 2 arcs later, he comes back because Batman and Superman decide, okay, everyone, because not only do the Justice League not trust Batman, now they don't trust each other either. Yeah. Because now everything's falling apart. And like, we need to gain this trust back. So,
which is great.
Superman and Batman decide. They bring everyone to the Batcave, and then they reveal their true identities to the rest of the Justice League, regaining the trust of everybody.
Like, this movie could have had 20 extra minutes of them having the end fight bullshit. That would have been better, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie felt too much like, yeah, what Batman did is okay.
Yeah.
Whatever, sure. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, this wasn't enough. There was no drama to this. It was like...
Yeah, it didn't feel as big as it should have been.
Exactly. You think this would be a grandiose story because the Justice League are being taken down by Batman's own plans, and that and then it's just like yada yada. It just felt yada. Like this happens. It's like okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with this. Like if I had to give this a rating, if I started off at a 5 because like whatever. It's like it's like a soft 4.
I was at a 4 too. Yeah, I'm at a 4. It's like It's okay. It's like I said, it's not the worst one. I'm not like particularly angry at it or anything. I'm just like, okay, moving on to the next thing.
It just felt like a boring chore. Like, okay, I gotta watch this, I guess. Thank God it's an hour.
Yeah.
But
honestly, we spent 40 minutes talking about other things. This review would be like 20 minutes otherwise.
Yes. I told you, if I were to run this review, it would have been, God, how does this movie start?
With Batman and the Royal Flush Gang, who just disappear after the beginning.
So I would start Batman stops the Royal Flush Gang from stealing the diamonds. He goes to Batcave. Next up, Justice League gets attacked one by one. This is how they each get attacked. They solve their attack. It's Batman's plans.
I mean, that was the longest part of the route, explaining what happened to them and what the difference was from the comic. Yeah,
so you explain the differences was the biggest part, because summing up this movie is so easy. And they find Legion of Doom.
Yeah, I didn't take that many notes. I had the entire movie in my head.
Yeah, I took like 3 notes because like just nothing happens. It's just longness of nothingness. It's like, okay. Oh, man. Well, I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.